always manifest more good things for your life. If you start learning with a good manifestation, definitely some very big news you are going to get. Before going to the revision planning, most of the students think, sir, is it possible just we will dream for the success and we get a success? You are feeling theorems, maximum power transfer theorem, especially when the inductors are there, then you will feel difficulty. So that particular concept you should be focused. If I ask you, tell me one name of a person who don't want to be successful in life, you can't find any name. Why? Because every living thing wants to be successful. Every living thing, not only just the humans. You can't find one name who don't want to be successful. The meaning of success may be different for different peoples, but when we talk about a competitive exam, then meaning of success is just for one thing, that is to get maximum marks in the exam. So today's session I have created so that you will get maximum marks in GATE 2024. What are the keys on which you should have to focus, that I am going to highlight. All of you are engineers, and I know engineers are well aware how to organize the things. You know how to organize your revision also. I am just making you a little bit more, to think how important to do the revision and what should be the revision strategy in the remaining 120 days for GATE 2024. Okay, so let's talk about your pathway towards maximum marks in GATE 2024. First thing is discipline needed. Your study discipline is needed and highly required. Whatever timetable you are going to write, you should stick on the timetable and you should follow whatever commitments you are going to make for 120 days for GATE 2024. Okay. Now please observe, manifest more good things for your life. Always manifest more good things for your life. If you start learning with a good manifestation, definitely some very big news you are going to get. Some very good big news you are going to get. Now please observe, our main focus is to get maximum marks. It doesn't matter whether we are getting the marks from the basic subject or we are getting the marks from the complex subject. The main intention is to get maximum marks, and for that you should know about the weightage of your subject. You should know about the weightage of your subject. So first thing is, identify those subjects which are easy and more scoring, more weightage in GATE exam. Next is revision discipline. Revision discipline is required, very important. It doesn't matter how many number of concepts you have completed. The matter how many number of times you have revised the concept. Because if you have revised the concept many times, then you can easily apply to solve any difficult problems based on that particular concept. Is it okay? Even all of you know that freshers will have a lower pay, however experienced person will have higher pay. Why? Because experience makes him revision of the same thing many times. Whatever work need to be performed. So definitely he will perform the things in a more effective and a shorter period. More effective and in a smaller time. Okay. Now please observe, next is your short notes. You should be focused to make your short notes also. Almost 8 to 10 subjects are there in your engineering. Very difficult to recall all the formulas within 3 hours. So how is it possible? Again, we have to organize the formula in the proper shells in our brain, so that whenever required we can easily get it, and that will be possible if you are organizing your short notes. If the short notes are in an organized way, all the formulas are in the organized way, then that will be in your mind also, and you can easily retrieve whenever the concept or the formula is needed to solve any problem. So your short notes are very important. Please be focused towards short notes in the remaining 120 days for GATE 2024. Okay, next is your PYQ practice. One very important thing that you should know for GATE, it's a hack also. Almost 60% of paper is out. That is from the previous year questions only. Yes, it's the truth. 60% questions are going to be from the PYQ only. It doesn't matter how tough paper is going to be designed. 60% paper will be from the PYQ concepts only. So if you know PYQs, how to solve the question, what are the logics behind the questions asked in the previous year, 60% question you will get. Not the exact question is going to be repeated, but yes, the concepts are going to be the same. Okay, so 60% paper you know just from the PYQ. If you are able to understand all the PYQ questions, you will get more than 60% marks. And 60% score in GATE is quite high. Next is your, so please practice on PYQs as many times as possible. The complex concepts of the PYQs are very important for you. Go as many times as possible. Next is your complex concept revision. Some subjects like electrical machines, like power system, like thermodynamics for the mechanical students, like communication engineering for the electronics student, analog, EDC. So there are many complex concepts. How to deal with a complex concept? Complex concepts needs revision. Only one time, if even you are able to understand the concept, you may forget and you may be not able to apply that same concept whenever next time it will be framed in a new question form. So you should be keep your revision as high as possible for the complex concept, especially those complex questions asked in GATE. The concept behind the complex questions of GATE must be revised many times, as many times as you can. I will show you how many number of hours are left and what should be your planning towards the remaining hours, okay, for the upcoming exam, 2024 exam. Next is your confidence learning. Your learning should be confidence. Like if you are learning something in the remaining days, like for the 2024, for 120 days, you should have confidence learning. Whatever you are learn a new concept, if you are learning a new concept, then you know how to apply that particular concept whenever a question is going to be framed based on that concept. Okay, so your confidence learning is required. And always remember, for competitive exam, a confidence learning is very important. Okay, now let's talk about the revision planning. Before going to the revision planning, most of the student think, sir, is it possible just we will dream for the success and we get a success? We just go and use some A, B, C, D, okay, and we will score maximum marks. Maybe you will get a score in maximum marks, but you can't be a winner. Why? Because your knowledge is low. Always remember, the only power for this world, or you can say the entire universe, is knowledge. It can't be stolen. It can't be purchased. You can only get it by hard work. So always remember and ready for the hard work as possible for the knowledge, because knowledge is actually the power that can give anything, everything, whatever you want in your life. Okay, so don't get feared. Whatever you are learning, that is going to be encased very fast and is going to be multiplied by many times. Okay, now please observe here how to get maximum information within available time span, sir. Exam approximation date is February. Yes, sir. Almost. Now all of you are aware with the exam date. All of you are aware with the exam date. Yes, sir. It's in the February, sir. So how many number of days left? Today is 5. Almost nearly 60 days. Approx 60 days. Yes, sir. So approx 60 days we have left. 5 days are lower. So approx 50 days I am taking. Approx 50 days. You have approx 50 days. And maximum how much time you can spend on your study? Sir, I can spend 16 hours a day. Don't be a hypothetical. Be practical. Need confidence learning. So for a confidence learning, 8 hours maximum you can give a proper study. Okay. So it means maximum 8 hours. So how many hours left? Sir, 400 hours are left now. 400 hours are left now. Big reason to start your revision. Need to change your present schedule. Whatever you are presently, like most of the time you are giving only 2 or 3 questions in a day, you are practicing just one concept throughout the day. It's not good. You should have to change your schedule and stick on your schedule in order to get maximum marks. Okay. Now please observe, I'm going to show you what are the weightages of the different subjects so that you can easily plan. You can easily plan your 400 hours. Where to give more and where less number of hours are required. Yes, sir. Now please observe. First one is your, I'm just showing for the double E student first. Okay. Now please observe for the double E student, sir, network is approximately 10 to 12 marks and very small number of concepts. So number of concepts are very small. It will hardly take 30 hours to have complete revision with all complex questions. Okay. Yes, sir. Signal is also having a weightage of 10 marks almost. Just approximation of the marks based on the previous year. So I'm showing you it is going to be from 8 to 10 marks for double E, and for ECE it is going to be 10 to 12 marks. Okay. And how much number of hours are required for signal? I think in revising the entire signal you need just 25 hours. So 25 hours are sufficient to have complete information related to all signal questions. Now where you have to give more time, like in network, don't go through the KVL and KCL throughout the time. Don't always solve infinite ladders. Okay. Try to move to those concepts which are difficult. You feel difficult, like 2-port network you are feeling difficult, to give more time to revise 2-port network. You are feeling theorems, maximum power transfer theorem, especially when the inductors are there, then you will feel difficulty. So that particular concept you should be focused. Ideal sources, sir, when they are going to be connected in parallel or series, then these type of confusions, so you have to be focused on those confusions. Don't just revise like you are solving KVL and KCL and doing same question again and again. No. Super node concept, you should focus toward the super node concept. So those concepts which you feel difficult, there you have to give more time. Okay. Similarly, control is very easy subject, easy to moderate. So I keep it network in easy, signal system in easy, control system is also very easy subject. You can easily score 12 marks and it will be between 12 to 14 marks. It will be between 12 to 14 marks. 25 hours are sufficient for the entire control system revision. You can do thorough revision with all the concepts. Okay. Next is your digital electronics, easy subject. It also have a weightage of nearly 6 marks, 4 to 6 marks. Its weightage is 4 to 6 marks. For double E 2 to 4 marks, and for ECE 6 marks, 4 to 6 marks. We keep it in a easy. Power electronics moderate to tough. The questions of power system is moderate to tough. Expected up to 12 marks. Expected up to 12 marks. Expected up to 12 marks, and it requires nearly 40 hours to complete. More focus towards the fault analysis. Okay, more focus towards the fault stability. So if you are focusing towards fault stability of the system, okay, economic load dispatch, those will have a higher weightages on the in gate. Okay, so you have to focus on those topics. So 40 hours are sufficient. Moderate to tough, moderate to tough, moderate to tough. Now come to the analog electronics. Analog electronics, 4 to 6 marks, between 4 to 6 marks expected, and it is easy to moderate, easy to moderate. Don't go for the high frequency for electrical student, and for electronics it will have a higher weightage. I am just telling you about double E. For electronics it will have a higher weightage, nearly 10 to 12 marks. Okay, for electrical engineers, for electrical engineering, 4 to 6 marks. It will take almost 25 hours for electrical and around 30 hours for the electronics student. This is just a revision hours. Okay, you can complete your revision. Now come to the electrical machine. Moderate to tough, moderate to tough, moderate to tough, and 12 to 16 marks possible. 12 to 16 marks possible weightage. Okay, number of hours needed, almost 40 to 45 hours are needed. Okay, 40 to 45 hours are needed. Now come to the measurement, sir. Measurement will have a weightage of 2 to 4 marks. Measurement will have a weightage of 2 to 4 marks. Moderate to tough, moderate to tough, moderate to tough. It can be a easy also, depends. Sometimes just a simple your balance bridge questions are being asked. So it totally depends upon the year to year. I am expecting it will be between moderate to tough, 2 to 4 marks, and it needs 20 to 25 hours to do the complete revision of the subject. Okay, 20 to 25 hours needed to complete subject. Maths and aptitude, nearly 28 marks, nearly 28 marks, and you can complete maths and aptitude both. Maths and aptitude both you can complete. 50 hours are needed. Okay, EMFT is easy to moderate, number of marks possible 0 to 2 marks, 0 to 2 marks for double E. Okay, and if we talk about electronics, then its marks is in between 6 to 7 marks. Okay, so 0 to 2 marks, it needs almost 18 hours to complete, 15 to 18 hours. Power electronics is moderate to tough, and number of hours needed to complete this subject is around. You can do your schedule as per the hours I have indicated here. Of course, it is possible to complete. Okay, now see, it is in between 30 hours to 35 hours to complete this subject. Okay, and marks weightage is in between 10 to 12. Don't just add all the marks and say it is more than 100 marks, sir. It's the expected marks, a fluctuation I have indicated. Okay, based on the PYQ, previous year papers. So 10 to 12 marks expected, 10 to 12 marks. Now, what are the important subjects over which you have more focus? Your more focus is required on network, more focus is required on signal control. Okay, then maths and aptitude. You can count the marks 10, 20, 30, and this will be your 28. So 58 marks you have almost. So all these are the basic subjects. Now this is moderate to tough, but you can easily do it. Your 7th, if you are an electrical student, 8th, 9th, I'm just giving a like numbering as per the requirement to go through the subjects. Okay, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. Okay, so you can go through this. You will have a maximum possible marks, and also you can easily do the revision if you have completed all the subjects. Even if you haven't completed the subjects, then in the specified hours you have to go through the basic concepts, especially the concepts which have been asked in PYQ. So you can just open your PYQ book and observe, like you haven't completed your machine and you are going to read a machine as a fresh. Now we have only 40 hours for the machine. If we are going to keep it 40 hours for a machine, then some hours maybe goes beyond 400, so you should have to be ready for that. Okay. Yes sir. Now if you haven't read machine and you are going to deal with the basic concept, so how to move, sir? First of all, just open the PYQ book, observe the question. Like first question I have observed of transformer based on the regulation. It means voltage regulation topic I have to understand, especially the question asked. I will try to understand that particular questions through the solution, and that concept I kept in my mind. So even if you haven't read the subject and you don't have a sufficient time to complete the subject, then you can opt this particular method for 2024. Those who are preparing for 2025, please do complete your subject. Okay, your prime objective is to get complete your syllabus. Okay, those who are going to give in 2024 and the time is not sufficient for them, then only you can go through the PYQs also. Now let's talk about mock test. How to score more through the mock test, how to give the mock test. Mock test is also the part of a revision. Mock test is also the part of a revision only. First of all, you have to identify the maximum scoring subjects. First of all, you have to identify the maximum scoring subject. Already you have identified the maximum scoring subjects, basic subjects as well as the core subjects. Yes sir. Next is mistakes that you are making during your mock test. If you are attempting a test and you finding some mistake, then you should note down that mistake. Like I am doing calculation mistake. It will be difficult to deal with a virtual calculator. Okay, I am doing some I forget some complex concept again and again. So please write down. And while doing the revision, just before starting your revision of a day, you should read that particular mistakes. When you are going to give the mock test in the next mock test, you should be more careful towards those mistakes that you have written. So please write down your mistakes that you made during the mock test. Make your schedule. Maximum time on revision. So what are the things you have to be focused? Identify mistake, schedule your revision. Identify your mistake, schedule your revision. Okay. Why PYQ? To have idea about the exam. Yes sir. Level of exam, level of questions. Yes sir. Pattern of exam and number of questions. You should go through the test. Okay, and also go through the PYQ. Year wise paper you try to see. Like today I am going to give mock test by myself. If I haven't enrolled in some test series, paper asked in 2016. So just download the paper from the internet, 2016 GATE paper, and try to give it within 3 hours. Okay, that is also the part of a mock test only. You will be able to understand how all the different full length tests are very important, because then only a student will able to understand how fast I am able to recall all the subjects within time. Next is topics which are covered or which are asked frequently is also known to you if you are going through the mock test. You should make your day schedule. Everyone will have a different taste for the timing, how to study, sir, when to study, sir. Keep it as you want. But in my suggestion, mornings are good for the theoretical concept because your mind is fresh. Afternoon is good for the to solve the number of numericals because at that particular time you feel little bit lazy. Then evening time, generally most of the student waste their evening time with their friends. So instead of wasting the time, you can watch videos, whatever videos you have for the e-learning. And late evening, just before the sleep, you should revise. You should do the revision. You should do the revision in the late evening. Okay, because just before the sleep, whatever you recall, that will be the last important thing in your mind when you are just before the sleep. So what happened in your dreams, even you are recalling the things, and this revision makes you in your mind, basically that revision makes you comfortable to recall any important concept at any time. Okay, we all are riding bikes. Have you ever thought, now I am going to just apply the brake, now I am going to just accelerate, now I am going to just make a right turn indicator on, left turn indicator on? You found that all these things are happening automatically because you have done that particular part on daily basis. Even if you try to recall your today activity, like today when you are come for your school or a coaching, you try to identify when you have applied the brake. Have you thought about the turning? Maybe you even don't know the entire road because you are daily running on the same route, so automatically you are thinking something and you reach. Why? Because of the revision of the same path, revision of the same clutch, gear, brake, and your turning indicators on and off. Okay, so revision makes you perfect. You should make your revision schedule also. How to plan weekly schedule? Just keep a Sunday aside, then also you will get more than 10 hours in a day. You will start your day right from 7:30 till your 10:45. If you observe, I have kept this a 2-hour slot. Your break should not be more than 30 minutes. Your break should not be more than 30 minutes, except when you are having a morning breakfast or a evening morning breakfast or afternoon lunch or dinner. Okay, apart from that, your break should not be more than 30 minutes. Try to stick. Okay, whenever you swipe, you can take 30 minutes break. So 7 to 9:30, 10 to 12, just I have tried to show you. Maybe some people will have some night schedules more. Some people are going college and they have only Saturdays and Sundays. So you can plan your schedule whatever time you have. You have to organize to find 400 hours, and you have to divide these 400 hours in such a way that you will have maximum revision and maximum number of subjects you can cover. Okay, hoping you have enjoyed this session a lot, and now you have a perfect approach of a revision and how to move for GATE 2024 the remaining 120 days. Very important is revising the concept again and again. Instead of learning many number of new concepts, try to revise those which you have completed and get the best rank. Thank you everyone. Lots of love.